Hey champion, congratulations to making it to step 2 in the Hypno-Quit system to becoming a non-smoker. You've obviously already watched the seminar, How to Quit Smoking, which takes you behind the scenes as to literally how this system will help you become a non-smoker as long as you take full responsibility for your actions, okay? As with anything in life, we fail in life and we feel bad about it and we point the blame at something else frequently. That does not raise our self-esteem. That lowers our self-esteem. You need to take full responsibility for whether you are going to become a non-smoker and you're 100% committed to that, to push for this first little bit until those temporary effects that we talked about in the seminar just drift away, and the new normal for you, the new normal way of living for you is as a non-smoker. That responsibility rests 100% on you. That's the deal. If you aren't keen on that deal, turn the video off. This system is not for you. You might bluff your way through the next step and that sort of thing, get to the questionnaire with me. I will suss things out. If you are not 100% committed, it's going to be a waste of your time and a waste of your money as well. And my business model is not to take money from people that think they want to quit or that think they should quit. I'm only going to take people on that are 100% personally responsible for their results and that make that choice for themselves for many, many reasons, but ultimately it's for themselves to become a non-smoker, okay? But let's get future focused for a minute. Imagine the fresh, clean air you're going to be breathing. Imagine the taste of food coming back. Imagine smelling good. Like actually, your clothes, your body, it smells good. Imagine being able to smell. These are the things, the example that you set for your community, for your family, the money that you save. All these reasons to quit smoking and become that non-smoker, they're ever present, and I want you to keep them that way through your whole journey to becoming a non-smoker, okay? Because that is the carrot at the end of it all. That's the big thing that's going to motivate you. We're going to tap into that a lot more through the questions that you're going to answer before our first session, before the qualifying session, and then in the actual Hypno-Quit session itself, we're going to really reinforce whatever matters to you and whatever your driving forces are to want to become a non-smoker. We're going to really reinforce those, okay? So the next step, if you like what you're hearing so far, is to click on the link below or wherever you might be seeing this video. Click the link below. If there is no link to click, then make contact with me directly and I'll send you the link. And that link is going to take you to a calendar invitation. Now you can select the time that you want to have your first qualifying call. You have not paid a cent at this point, okay? This is still part of the qualification process. You can only choose a time to book in. Once you've clicked that link, there will be a series of questions that you need to answer. Your answers must be detailed. They cannot be one word, one sentence answers unless that's the nature of the question, okay? You must give detailed answers. This is not for my benefit, guys. This is for your benefit. Once you've answered those detailed questions, you'll be able to book in for a session. You'll be able to see my calendar when I'm available, that is, and you'll be able to pick a session time that suits you best, okay? Now, here's what's going to happen in that session. Let's go one step forward. Once you've clicked a time slot and you've booked in, you are probably going to be nervous. Not everyone does get nervous. Some people are like, yeah, I'm ready to do this. If that's you, fantastic, congratulations. But for whatever reason, if you start feeling nervous or anxious or scared or whatever fearful thoughts might come into your mind, watch the seminar again. Maybe that will help. If you can't do that, or if you don't want to invest an hour of your time again to watch that seminar, although I highly suggest you do, take 6 deep breaths. Most people go running to a cigarette. I'm going to say take 6 deep breaths. Start acting like a non-smoker. I don't smoke. When I get stressed, guess what I do? I take 6 deep breaths. Guess how healthy that is for me? There are so many health benefits. They're deep breaths. That's what's going to bring about a state change. You're going to change your state. You're going to change your mood. So when you start feeling nervous, this is the tool in your toolkit. And if you can use this in any area of your life, whether or not it's because you're approaching a qualifying call with myself or whatever it might be, you can use this in any area of your life. 6 deep breaths will bring about a state change. Choose your state after that. Choose the mood you want to be in after that. The 6 deep breaths is pretty much going to neutralize those anxious, nervous feelings if you do them properly. And we're going to do 3 deep breaths right now. So you know exactly how to do them. On the count of 3, we're going to take a big, deep breath in. And this is all you have to do. 1, 2, 3. And then in again. Then in again. Now, if you've done those breaths with me, you will most likely feel a lot more relaxed. When you're in that nervous phase, do that for 6 deep breaths. You will feel infinitely better. And this is a strategy that you can use, not just approaching this call, but anywhere in your life. So that's the tool that I want you to use if you get nervous before the first call. Now, on that qualifying call, it's going to be a short phone call, okay? I'm going to do a lot of testing on that call. We're going to go through the responses that you've given to the questions so that you were able to book the first call in the first place. I'm going to ask you questions about what those responses mean. I want to make absolutely sure that before you pay anything, you know that you're going to follow this system and you know that it's going to work for you, that you are going to come out the other side a non-smoker. If I'm not convinced, if we are not a match, you will have to find somewhere else to go and quit smoking. It might be, and it could be anything else. And if it works for you, fantastic. But if you want this help of the Hypno-Quit system, then these are the rules of the game, okay? So in that session as well, I'm going to run through the lifetime guarantee, how that works, and be totally transparent about that. You can ask me any questions you want about the Hypno-Quit process, and I'm there to answer your questions, okay? Once we are a match, if we decide, yes, we are a match, let's go do this thing, you're going to sign an intake form, okay? That's going to have some conditions on there. I'm the one that wrote them, not a lawyer. They're going to be really basic. If I wrote them, they're going to have to be simple. Then we're going to organize payment. We're going to do payment on the spot. There is no repayment plan for a quit smoking session. You must have your wallet where your mouth is. You must commit with your wallet, okay? So that's the deal. You pay on the spot if we are a match. Now, up until this point, you don't have to do the call. If you don't want to do the call, let me know. Say, hey, look, I don't want to do it this way. That's totally okay. While you're on the call, if I ask questions that are too uncomfortable or whatever for you and you think, oh, no, I don't think this is going to work, then I won't take your money anyway. I won't allow it to happen. But if you are ready to go, then we lock that in. Once payment is made, we book a session time for the Hypno-Quit session. Now that's going to be at least 1 week, a maximum of 2 weeks. So there's going to be that window there, at least 1 week, a maximum of 2 weeks after our qualifying call, and here's why. You will need to take a smoking journal. You're going to need to get a very small book. I want you to rubber band that thing to your cigarette packet, and I want you to take that with you everywhere you go. And every time you pull out a cigarette, you're going to see a little pencil that you're going to put in that cigarette packet as well. And you're going to take that pencil out, and you're going to write down on that little notepad that you've got rubber banded to your cigarette packet, you're going to write down the time, the date, what you're feeling, what you think has caused you to want to go and have a cigarette, who you're with, and what you're doing, okay? You're going to write that down for every single cigarette you take for at least that 7 days, maybe 14 days, depending on when we book the session for. But that's the window. So it's at least 7 days that you specifically and strictly must keep that smoking journal. If you don't do that, it's gonna dampen your effect. It's not going to have as big an impact. You want to quit, you want to become a non-smoker, follow these instructions. I'm going to get you to answer some other questions as well, which we'll go through in the session that we in the qualifying call that we have, that you then need to bring those responses again to the Hypno-Quit session that we've booked in for. So that being said, congratulations for being here. The next step is to click that link, answer those questions, book in your time, select the time that you want that qualifying call, and we can go from there. It takes a lot of courage to be here. Even just to have watched this video and to have watched the How to Quit Smoking seminar takes a lot of courage. If you start to wobble, if you start to waver and you think, I don't know if I can do this, tap into that courage that you've already shown to get to this point right here. You've got the courage already. I believe in you. I might not know your whole background, your whole story, but if you are still listening to these words, I believe in you. I believe that the courage that got you to this point, we're going to build more resources around that. I'm going to show you, by example, how to be so much more resourceful than you have been in the past, so that when you are in situations where you feel nervous or anxious, you're going to be able to draw on those resources that you've got, that courage, that confidence that we're going to instill in you. You're going to be able to draw on that. But before then, know that it takes courage to be here. And that courage has always been there. And it will be there for you when you need it leading up to the qualifying phone call. You can do this. And you've got so much to do this for. Your reasons are so important. You need to get this done once and for all. And this system will help you do it. And I will help you do this. You are amazing. I look forward to hearing you on the qualifying call. And we can take the next step from there. Bye for now.